I hate long intros just as much as the other guy. So I'm going to shorten this intro to I like Bleach. I'm in episode 110 of Bleach. I'm going to do an Ichigo challenge run. Now, let's get into the small but very important rules. Number 1, unload the stuff that Ichigo uses wouldn't be a challenge run if I wouldn't do other stuff. Number 2, no spirit summons. Ichigo would do this all by himself cause he's him, and I'm allowed to use gold summons. And with that being said, let's get into the run. I pick the samurai class and I make myself look like Ichigo. Then Melina gives me W horrors, big at Melina, and then I am able to level up and I take out Yura, the bloody finger, to get the Nagakiba, which is my Bankai sword. Then I take out Anastasia, the Tarnished Eater, to get the Sacred Butchering Blade, which is my Zanpakuto 2, which I take off the Sacred because holy damages ass. And then I get ready for the market fight. Market goes really easy. After I do determination on my Sacred Butchering Blade, it does decent damage for it being +0. So this is quite easy. Then mini second phase, really. It goes the exact same way as phase 1. I thought market second phase activated when he got the half, but no, it's more like whenever it gets to like 60%. So I just wail on him with the butchering knife, and then I easily win. Now it is time for Godric the Crafted. I'm so hype. I summon Nepheli Lu Warrior, who, did you know, is Horalu's daughter. My mind just blanked for a second. I don't know why. And next up is Godric. So I did the same thing as last time for phase 1. I used spam determination on my Sacred Butchering Blade, which isn't sacred anymore. And yeah, I don't know why. I just in this fight I just became so ass at the game for some reason. I try and go for the stagger, and I'm not able to dodge like half of this stuff for some reason, but we're able to get the stagger and then wail on him from then. And then phase 2, I bring out the katana and then I go for a blade, which I think it. I end up getting hit by that attack, which is like, why? I check my physic and I just become retarded. This entire phase 2, I become so dumb, and I can't dodge any of his attacks, which is quite sad. So I would just wail on him on heavy attacks and knock him down, and yeah, the fight goes pretty well from then. And yeah, I forgot to record the Renala fight and the Red Wolf Radagon fight, so sorry. Also almost forgot to record the Radan fight, so I was able to record the last bit whenever I kill him, but yeah, you can tell I'm very excited. And then the Ancestors Tree Spirit. I hate this fight. He heals up 3 times in this fight. His health bar is like decently, you know, decently high. So like, it's not like really high, but I do a lot of damage with my katana, and I can't use the butchering knife because it is too slow to attack. So I just whack him with a katana. I don't even think he can bleed because he's undead. So I just try and get the stagger, and eventually it does work and I'm able to take him out. Shut up. This man's at 1 HP!
1 HP. That's a bummer.
Suck my big fat hairy ginger nuts. And the next boss up is the God-Skin Noble. This guy is fat, so therefore I do not like this guy. I use determination as my ash of war, and I just kept on whacking him. But after multiple attempts of that not working, I switched to my katana, trying to get bleed because it's overpowered and it does a percentage of the boss's health. And I hide behind the pillars during phase 2. And then I'm able to beat God-Skin Noble after more tries than it took me to beat Margaret and Godric combined. And next up the fight is Rykard. Now, you may see me using the Serpent Hunter, and may be asking, well, Ichigo doesn't use that. And our response to that is go fuck yourself. He uses Gatsuka to whatever it's called. This is kind of like that, it's like air, so, you know, this is spiritual pressure. Let's just say, for the sake of the video, he put all of his spiritual pressure into a random spear he found. Okay? Okay. Well, anyway, this fight is very trivial with the Serpent Hunter as he gets absolutely demolished. This is one of my favourite gimmick fights in the Souls series because Snake is cool. But I am able to easily defeat him, and then comes phase 2. Yeah, I hate this phase. The other fight I liked a lot more. But when he goes into his wee skull phase transition, which he doesn't do in this for some reason, it's almost like he does it at random. Because sometimes he would do it when he got to like, I don't know, half HP. Other times he'd do it whenever he got to like 3/4. But this time, he only really attempted it at the last moment, and I was able to kill him easily. And Draconic Tree Sentinel. And surprisingly, it didn't go that bad. I was able to do a lot of damage off the start. And for having no armor, I took decent damage. I believe I would have been 2-shot. I didn't even drink my physic at the start. There's nothing really much to say. I just went for blades. When I got my first blade, I switched to the butchering knife to do better damage, and then I switched back to the sword, and then I killed him. Now, it is gold free time, and I actually kinda struggled with this guy, surprisingly. I decided to just use the butchering knife because he can't get status augmented, so I just used determination and done heavy attacks, hoping for our pots. But most of his attacks have like really low windows, so every single time I'd go in for a charge attack, I wouldn't really be able to get it off. So I would have to do jump attacks, which would do decent damage, but I'm very, impatient. So, I don't like to do that. So after every single R2 attack, I would get bodied by a stomp. But sometimes I'd be able to dodge them. It just comes down to my reaction time, which is actually quite decent. But there are a lot of stuff I should have dodged in this fight. But, fight was able to be beaten in the end. And Morgoth. This guy gave me so much trouble in this run for absolutely no reason. This took me 30-40 attempts. I don't know why. My brain must have just melted while fighting this guy, probably because I was using a heavy weapon and he likes to move around a lot. But like, I learned his attacks like 6 months before this, because normally I'm really good at the mid early game, but when I get to like Fire Giant after, I do not have a clue. So I had to summon Melania to help me, and she was such a help. But even with her in most of my attempts, I got absolutely bodied. Because he would go for her, she wouldn't be able to heal herself. Then I'd be stuck by myself with like a boosted HP Morgoth. I always tried to go and get the riposte, but because of the boosted stance, I wasn't able to. Now, for the second phase of the fight, it is basically the exact same thing. Charged R2s with determination, dealing max damage possible. Yeah, quite easy. I then finally get the Ash of War for the butchering knife. The Getsuga do the Getsuga do Tenshu as a vacuum slice. Next up is the Fire Giant. I don't think I had that much trouble with Fire Giant. I think I beat him like 3rd try, which isn't that bad for what my previous track records were. I think I like once beat him in like 40 attempts. So this build so far has been really good, except for going up against Morgoth, which we don't talk about that. So in the first phase I just spam heavy attacks, waiting for him to get staggered, and then for the second phase, this guy doesn't stop rolling, which is really annoying. So I resort to using vacuum slice as well as doing my charge R2s to try and hit him from a distance. As you know, I'm not the best at dodging most of his attacks. And yeah, the fight pretty much is easy from then. Now, the gods can do. I had a decent bit of trouble with these guys, surprisingly. Something about them with this build, it took me like 10 attempts, and they were just all skill issues. So I can't even really say anything bad. I just spammed vacuum slice for most of the run, I also summoned Bernal. I know you're gonna be like, oh no, it's in Bernal, it's in the rules, buddy. I make the rules. I'm gonna use them. So, after I took out one of them, the fight is really easy from there. Because I could 2v1. And Bernal has like 10k health, I think, which is crazy. And then it is time for the Beast Clergyman and Malakath. Now, this fight I thought was going to be really hard because I had like a heavy weapon. But surprisingly, Malakath was really easy. I think I beat him like second try. Which for like the hardest boss in the game. Well, not the hardest. I'd arguably say Radagon and Elden Beast are harder. But it's actually not that hard. Because I do just so much damage. Only bad thing is it is a very slow sword. And I did learn how to dodge most of the attacks from the Sakuna video. It's I do so much damage that with his small health bar I'm able to absolutely wreck him and get a stagger off, and then I'm able to kill him from there. And then it is time for Gideon Ofnir. This guy was harder than Malakath for me. Because my thing is slow so, it's really hard to try and get him stun locked. And since you know, I might not have that much endurance, I might have just leveled up the axe. But I still did like really good damage. I just need to learn how to dodge them ring attacks. He also, you know, doesn't dodge the Ash of War, which is crazy, but I guess it's easy. And after drinking my physic, it is time for Godfrey. Now, this is the farthest I have made with a challenge build or a character build. But, you know, I've been saying this a lot, but he was really easy. If you saw that, I did 1k damage for a charged heavy. Only thing is, I'm a wee bit acoustic, and you know, can't dodge his attacks. I learned how to do the jump dodge on his slam on his foot, but really I was going for charge R2s to try and take him down to the second phase, which, same as the first phase, was really easy. This build is just really good. Bro, the only thing that really got me here was I'm pretty sure I got Batista bombed, but I did live it, and I did get hit by a lot of stuff. So second phase will require a little bit more practice on other builds, but to be honest, I was doing really well in this, so I just became a wee bitch and just started running away doing my R2 or L2, sorry, to get the Ash of War, to get Getsuga Tenshu or whatever it's called. But as I said before, it is really easy. And I'm doing this a tiny bit late because I want to show what the build can do, because I'm not beating the Radagon, the final boss, because I can't be bothered. So I'm going up against the phase champions, and there was nothing to worry about at all against these guys. They were incredibly easy. They're basically just 5 NPCs. And bro, like, NPCs just don't dodge. They get so good at Tanshu. I don't know why. It might just not be in their AI. But, well, they just did there. But, like, they don't normally. So, this fight only gets hard whenever there's 3 of them. And it's a free view on it, since I'm not doing any summons. I'm kinda stuck. Trying to chip away at one's health. Which I do end up killing one of the face champions. And, you know, Lanel uses all these death spells. Well, not really death spells, because they don't in fact like death bite. But they shoot like skulls, so like they practically are death spells. Which I actually kind of want to do a build like that. If you guys are interested for that, maybe I could do that, question mark. And while I'm here, I destroyed a second phase champion, and now it's a 1v1 versus Lanel, the fattest person in Elden Ring. Even fatter than Toon Army. And I end up beating him. And now for the final boss of this run. Now Lich Dragon Fortisax. Bro, look at that. 2k damage to the head. I know dragons are weak to the head, but like, Jesus. Well, anyway, while I'm here, I might as well just say what run I'm going to be doing next, which is going to be a Kenpachi run. I know, I had to Google some stuff, because, you know, I haven't got that far in Bleach. We're on episode 111 now. So, I'm doing that, and, you know, I've already done the run, and I have beat the game, finally, with a build, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all next time.